making signs, and at the end of it, I thought I was saying, "You look beautiful." And I went like this, and, like this, and then she goes, okay, so I don't have to explain what happened. Yeah. Now, I don't know why I just told that anecdote, but I am doing a song called, or a poem called, I Made a God Out of My Girlfriend, so maybe that's why. This poem is one of the first poems in the book, famous for Phone. We still have some copies. Yeah. Luciano informs me. We've got 3 or 4 copies left. I want to thank all the people that bought it. It's Jack Kerouac, a huge hero to me. Jack Kerouac had the unfortunate, horrible destiny to be called the king of the beats. It was the worst thing that ever happened to him because it meant he got lots of women but no book prizes. So you can decide whether that's a good trade-off or not. Some people get all the book prizes and all the women, but he only got the women and later accolades. This is called God is Pooh Bear. It's for Jack Kerouac. When I was but a tuneful boy, I played with my mournful toy and played the tone companion there for my fuzzy little friend, Pooh Bear. But something rank and odious still sank my song asunder and was killed. So I put my cuddly toy to box instead and stealed back into my cold, hard bed and shed a tear at what it all meant. My time with Pooh Bear had been spent. My friend is gone. My little God is dead. There was a girl named Edie Sedgwick. She was, a Warhol factory girl. She was came from a very wealthy WASPy background and unfortunately died at 24 as a junkie. But this is dedicated to her, to Edie Sedgwick. It's called My Poor Little Rich Girl. My poor little rich girl tripped on a hip pill out on a blues thrill to Andy's store fill. New freedom build that sick tease high ill. Turned on, then killed. Bye-bye, party girl. Gone, little chick twirl, to a brand new world. And that's for you. Okay, F. Scott Fitzgerald said something really cheerful. He said, all parties are a form of suicide, which, when you think about it, it's kind of true. Because when you go to a party, you usually push yourself out to the outer bounds of life in the way you probably wouldn't normally. And that's why I'm going to read this poem. This is for Jim Morrison, who certainly did that. I interviewed Grace Slick a long time ago, and she said that when they were in Europe touring together, the Jefferson Airplane and the Doors, that she slept with Jim Morrison. And she said to me, Jim, if you ever want to get together again, please call me. And he never did. And I asked her, why do you think he never did? And she said, I guess I'm a lousy lay. Which I loved. And I love that. This is for Jim Morrison. There's another little god that I semi-worship. It's a music box. And this is for Jim. A bright music box until one day I smashed the music with a rock, shiny, shiny, shiny. And then I woke up. My body is heavy, being the savior, being underground, a shelter, my face turning blue as I drop into the room. There are voices blowing on the roof, shouting against me. standing, I listened to the winds. I listened to their speechifying. Under it, by the hand, suddenly they hold me up, and I hear it. The tears are falling music, and that's for Jim, and that's from Famous for Falling. Okay, I'm going to ask my bassist, Michael, to hook up. I'm going to do a couple of pomps for you. And the first thing I'm going to do is the party. My girlfriend went on to go to a party and she said, baby, I'd like that. So we drove that car so far away, oh man, I really did like that. But when we got to the house of the party and got inside, oh man, I didn't like that. I knew it. Too bad you could have been with me. We could have had such a good time tonight. Too bad you could have been with me. We could have had a good time tonight. Oh, such a good time tonight. I saw my girlfriend in the corner talking to a red-eyed devil. Oh man, I see she didn't like that. But then I looked on the face of her face and I could see, oh man, she was really frightened. And I didn't like that. Too bad you could have been with me. We could have had a good time tonight. Too bad you could have been with me. We could have had a good time tonight. Such a good time. I looked at my girlfriend, she was on the floor, and I could see she really adored it. And then I saw her get up on the ground, and then I knew, man, I was really bored with it. Oh, I didn't like that. Too bad she could have been with me. We could have had such a good time tonight. Too bad you could have been with me. We could have had a good time tonight. Oh, such a good time. I shared you with the acid you dropped. I shared you with the magic mushrooms you swallowed. I shared you with a bottle of bourbon, a bottle of pills, all these drugs and visions and more. I shared you with a dozen black angels dancing on the head of a pin. I shared you with the rock and roll music that buried into my brain, blowing out the remains of what was you for me and me for you. I shared you with 1,001 phantoms of your suspicions. I shared you, always I shared you. I never had you alone. Too bad you could have been with me. We could have had a good time tonight. Too bad you Thank you. I know I'm running a little bit long. I'm sorry about that to Jennifer and to Brenda. I normally don't go long. Tonight I'm going to go long a little bit. So sorry about that. This is about combining a poem called God is a Romantic Scientist with a new piece called Empty as Eve. It's a poem about a man trying to understand what a woman goes through when she's got nothing left to give. So. God is a romantic scientist, trapped under amazing secrets, buried under his own botched failures of one and every scene. And it's the anniversary of the invisible mistake, his own, of course, and by inference, ours. And I am the child machine of his captivity. I was tooled into existence one starry night by this little creature in a white lab coat who dreams of his dreams of the perfect image and then is forlorn at what he has wrought before the world. I, the child machine of his captivity, this hulking humanity who walks upon the earth marked with the mark of Cain, so no one will kill me. God is a romantic scientist, teary-eyed technician in a white lab coat, tooling together, sewn to sewn, one limb to head to torso, and in the head he places the brain of a Cain, made to walk this earth alone again. I woke up this morning and looked down. Am I missing a limb? Or maybe a rib? My stomach is gone. My heart can no longer forgive. My arms and hands are no longer my arms and hands. They have disappeared under the sheets. So still in the stupor I am, so still and stony. My masks miss my inner violence. My breasts are limp and weak and shed no more milk. My children and my children and my children are alone in the other room crying. But you see, I'm so full of guilt, or is it remorse? See, I was hungry once and ate my fill, and I shared what I had in the garden that was given to both of us. Am I to be punished for that? So now I'm silent, soulless, suspect as can be, fallen alone into the breeze, as empty now as Eve. Thank you. Thanks very much.